So I wanted to speak on this Raven Johnson situation. That's so Raven, right? So I heard the clip. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at it. Let's listen for ourselves before we speak on it. So check this out.
And then another adversity would probably be Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, left side. She doesn't even look at her. Waves her hand
I remember
as if
this.
to say, I don't care about you.
She was like, she ain't gonna shoot from out there.
That's one reason I hate the internet now. Because of that situation, like I got bashed, I got bullied, I got called all these things that I wasn't, aka like a monkey or this, I don't know, like it was just things like that. And I just think I wanted to quit basketball at that time.
All right. So the Caitlin Clark incident 3 years ago when Iowa and South Carolina were going at each other, there was Iowa was on defense. Raven was at the top of the key just behind the 3-point line. And Caitlin Clark was backed up well. You saw it. She was backed up well inside, not even like to the side of the paint. And basically daring her to shoot. You see where Raven is right here. And you saw where let me see if we can get this. Anyways, you saw where Caitlin Clark was, and you saw where Raven was. So if Raven wanted to pop a three, she could have. But clearly, now you might not like the interaction between the two, but clearly, Caitlin Clark had watched film on Raven Johnson. So she knew she was not going to shoot that shot because she was wide ass open. And if Raven Johnson had any type of confidence, she would have taken that shot. But she didn't. And they went on, and I believe South Carolina won, ended up winning the title that year. I believe that was I'm not sure if that was the year they went undefeated. I think it was, though. But in any case, so she's saying that moment ruined her. She caught a lot of online hate. Now, here's the thing. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to deal with different situations differently. I'm from a different era. I grew up in the era where social media and things like this didn't exist. No, let me rephrase that. Let me make this plain. The pressures of playing Division I or varsity or performing in front of a crowd is real. That I did. When I played, somebody had something to say about you, they would say it to your face. Or if you heard about it, you at least know where to go to get access to that person directly. Nowadays, everybody's a keyboard warrior. And we are after the generation of everybody gets a trophy. So dealing with stress and dealing with things like this, honestly, a lot of these athletes these days, they have a hard time dealing with it. Plain and simple. Because, and I know, and I'm saying this, understanding that it's easy for me. It's easy for somebody like with my personality to do this. You cannot stop the online barrage that you're going to get. You can't stop that. What you can do is you can choose to turn it off. To me, that's the problem with these athletes right now. They don't know how to turn it off because there's ego involved. They want to get too many. They want to get the clicks and the likes. All that is ego. That's all that is. I got more likes than you. I got people following me. I got 1 million followers. I got 800,000 followers. So the overwhelming positivity and the dopamine hit you're going to get when everybody likes your comment or likes your post, it's the same thing. It just manifests in a different way in this era of sports, hell, in life. And when it doesn't go your way, they don't know how to handle it. They have no idea. For her to be at a D1 school playing under Dawn Staley, and I know Dawn Staley instills the right type of things in these athletes. To be playing under Dawn Staley and for her to have that comment, now again, everybody's different. Everybody's going to deal with different things in different ways. But if you are an athlete in today's era, social media is something that you have to deal with. And the only thing you can really do if you don't like what's being said about you, you got to turn it off. Got to hit that on-off switch. Most important invention ever created is the on-off switch. Use it, because they're not going to stop talking. So, but glad to see she stuck with it and didn't, but because like we hear old school athletes and OGs like me, we hear stuff about mental health and all of that type of stuff. And we used to deal with that stuff all the time, and it was never a mental health issue. Where did that come from? That's new. So I just thought it was interesting coming from Raven Johnson. So it just gives you a little insight of what these athletes have to deal with. And I ain't afraid to say it. We were built different. We didn't have to deal with this. And I still maintain my opinion that a lot of this stems on ego. If you got 8 million people saying they love you, and you got 100 people that curse you out and say they hate you, what are you going to concentrate on? So glad she stuck with it, and they got a good chance to win another chip. But that just goes to show how these athletes today, how they're wired. It's a little bit different than like it used to be.